Oyster.edu. No one knows where this market will go. Right now, it feels like a wild ride. But one thing's for certain, there's a way to do it. And the experience and guidance of a Merrill advisor can help you get there. Because when there's a goal, there's a way. Find an advisor at ml.com/launch.
A Bank of America president, what would you like to tell us about?
Investment involvement. Merrill Pierce Financial Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, and is your investment advisor. Member FIPC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of America Corp.
Access a vast selection of global fixed income securities at Interactive Brokers Bond Marketplace. Search for deep availability of over 1 million bonds globally. IBKR has no markups or built-in spreads and low, fully transparent commissions on bonds. IBKR displays the highest bids and lowest offers received from the electronic venues they access. In addition, clients can interact with each other by placing bids and offers online to execute their trades. Learn more at ibkr.com/bonds.
Bloomberg Radio, on demand, and in your podcast feed.
On the latest edition of the Bloomberg Daybreak U.S. Edition podcast, we got the latest on Janet Yellen's trip to China with Bloomberg's Jill Desis in Hong Kong.
Yeah, this is a really, really, really difficult, delicate balance that she has to strike, right? Because ultimately, she's not a winner-take-all situation, remarks saying that they need to cooperate. I mean, that's really what the Treasury Department told us, and some of these officials have told us was the aim of this trip, was to open these lines of communication and continue talking with the world's second largest economy. Of course, this is all happening against this backdrop where you've got these, the U.S. throwing sanctions on China and Chinese companies. You had China just earlier this week imposed new export controls of some very key metals. So it's really this weird situation where you can't just cut off all economic cooperation between these two economies, but at the same time, they fundamentally disagree about a lot of different issues, primarily about national security, and that's really sort of poured over into how they affect each other's trade. And so ultimately, what she has to do is try to say, hey, like, there are ways that we can cooperate, but it is a really, really difficult balance. Reuters has been reporting, actually, that the U.S. Defense Department is trying to invoke a new existing Defense Production Act to boost domestic mining and processing of these metals that China is trying to limit some exports of. I think that really does speak to what Janet Yellen has been trying to emphasize here, this idea of how exactly to diversify or decouple or de-risk, or however you want to say it. The language that she was using, that idea of diversifying economies is a bit softer than de-risking.
Hear the full conversation on the latest Bloomberg Daybreak U.S. Edition podcast. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. Plus, listen anytime on the Bloomberg Business app and Bloomberg.com. Markets, headlines, and breaking news 24 hours a day at Bloomberg.com, on Bloomberg Television, and the Bloomberg Business app. This is a Bloomberg Business Flash. It's 3:40 on Wall Street as you check markets all day long. Here at Bloomberg, S&P trading little change right now. The Dow giving up earlier gains to the Russell 2000, holding higher by 1.5%. Let's head right over to the first word breaking news desk for today.
And good afternoon, Charlie. U.S. stock. Dow is currently down 34 points now. S&P, like you said, a little ahead. It's on high 32. The U.S. 10-year yield at 4.06%. The 2-year yield is at 4.94. Gold is up 14. Oil is climbing, and Bitcoin is down by 0.6%. Of the main 11 S&P sectors, leaders were energy and materials, consumer staples, and healthcare were under pressure. And on the Dow, Caterpillar and 3M, while Merck fell 2.3% and led to the downside. In deal news, private equity firms are vying for Ball Corp's aerospace unit. And wrapping things up, Zuckerberg said that Twitter competitor Threads has 70 million signups in just 2 days. Live from the first breaking news desk on Bill Maloney. Charlie.
Okay, thank you very much, Bill Maloney. Have a great weekend, and here live breaking news over your Bloomberg. Type SQUA SQUA on your Bloomberg terminal. I'm Charlie Pellet. That is a Bloomberg Business Flash. And I will leave my car.
Oh, no.
Mr. Music will drive us till the dawn on Bloomberg Radio.
All right, everybody, just under 18 minutes left in today's trading session, getting ready to wrap up the Friday trade as well as the holiday shipment trading week. And we've had equities kind of bouncing around here, and something for the Treasury trade coming off of that monthly jobs report. We've got a great market guest, and looking forward to see what he has to say. And joining us right now, I should say, is Vance Howard. He's Chief Executive Officer and Portfolio Manager at the Registered Investment Advisor, Howard Capital Management, on Zoom. It is a Friday, on Zoom from Texas. Vance, good to have you back with us. And I should point out several of your funds, the Taxable Growth, 90th percentile over the past few years, the Income Plus Fund of a 98th percentile year-to-date, the HCM Dividend Sector Plus, 96th percentile in the past 5 years. So it's been really outstanding performance.
You're killing it.
We like to see performers. We like that. Real numbers. How's this environment? How do you describe it right now?
The trend went higher in January. We're 100% invested now. I'm bullish. I'm pretty optimistic about the outcome of the next 2 quarters of the year. Whenever you have the market at 50% or more in the first 2 quarters of the year, the odds are very, very high. Ranging from 8% to 12%. There's a lot of reasons for this, but we're bullish. We're 100% invested. Now that we're invested, we allocate our money to different sectors that we think will outperform with different stocks, and we're very optimistic.
The S&P has already had a pretty killer year, right? Can it really get much better, or do you expect, the narrow breadth to simply broaden out?
I think the narrow breadth is simply broaden out. You can start to see what's really broadened out now. More of the cash flow goes down in construction. Cash on the sidelines. You got enough cash to fuel everything much higher than what it is now. I think there's more cash on the sidelines than there were in 2008. Coming out of 2008, one of a decade-long business.
Well, let me ask you that. When you got a share of 406 to 4 or 5%, some of the, problematic and what it does for asset valuation. So, what's your argument, fixed income versus the equity play?
Well, argument, I know we've got an inverted yield curve. I see it just like everybody else does, and we may end up having a mild recession. I don't know that people are trying to gain that right now. But you got to trade what's actually happening in the market. They want to predict instead of looking at what's happening right this minute. That's all we know. But right this minute, the trend's up. You got to be in. So the trend changes, stick with that thesis, and I think you'll make a whole lot of money going forward.
So, what's the best strategy? You run a number of different strategies, but what do you like right now for, are you looking for gains, capital appreciation here, or are you looking to conserve? Do you like dividends? What's most interesting to you?
Well, we don't have a lot of high dividend paying stocks or value stocks right now because they're just not working as well. They worked well last year in the nasty bear market, but right now you got to play with what's working, and that's mega cap, that's tech, and you got to stay right there until that changes. Some of the sectors that have worked a little bit over the past handful of days, not that we own that much of energy, but again, trade what's working, do more of what's working, less of what's not, and mega cap work and tech's work, and everybody's always trying to find the next silver bullet. Sometimes the obvious is where we need to be, and that's the obvious.
So why do you need to be in Monster Beverage right now?
I like the new stock. I think that it did reasonably well. It's had a couple of acquisitions. I think it's a little bit of total stock that appears to be broadening out. I like the technicals on it. You just see what happens with that stock.
But you own it now, right?
We have a little piece, yes.
So you like that? You like Visa? What was the other stock you mentioned?
Biogen.
I really like Boise Cascade. Boise Cascade is a little company with symbol BCC, but it broke out of a nice 52-week high. Now I love 52-week highs. I tell you what, you cannot double your money without even start breaking out the new 52-week highs all the time. It's pretty hard to do. But they're a construction company. They sell construction supplies. They've got a great balance sheet, well managed. I think construction is going to do well, even if we have a recessionary environment. What happens with building materials? Well, people have to fix their own homes. They've got to go out and buy different 2x4s and paint and caulk, and those are the kind of things that they sell.
So it's really interesting because we spend so much time talking about macro. It kind of makes me a little crazy because who the heck knows ultimately how it's going to play out. But what you're saying is look at the technicals, look at the fundamentals of some of these names. And I am curious, do you think this earnings season is potentially going to be something that can provide some momentum upside downside because we're going to start getting some more specifics on each of these companies?
That's a great question, too. And I think that the earnings came out really quite well in the past couple of months, the past couple of quarters, and they do not seem to be slowing down. You have a strong jobs market, so that means plenty of people have money being made. With interest rates being risen the way that it is affecting earnings at all. I think that these companies are making money every day with this. I think people need to really focus in on that. And I think they really need to try to stay away from the negative, look at the positive, because if we are in the bull market, the best gains are in the beginning phases of any forecast.
Speaking of bulls, I got to ask you about cattle. We have seen a lot of, the hottest month in on record in June, right? We've seen a lot of farmers go through what they're sowing their corn, so feed is more expensive, the herds are smaller, and you have to cattle yourself, right? You've seen the prices just soar this year, these prices have. You have to take it.
I do want to say, this is a 4 baby llama about 2 weeks ago. I got 4 baby llama we're not quite well, prices are doing well. It is not good prices, but cattle is fine.
I was just wondering about, because we look at the price increases, not just for beef, but also for pork. It's done really well. Everybody's trying to switch over to chicken right now. They're a lot easier to raise, but I just think this is something that's getting a lot more attention than it typically does.
Your taxable growth fund, I get it. There's a lot of tech in there. The QQQs, NVIDIA, Meta. I mean, we're really all in on technology.
But when you look at the relative strength, you've got to go into tech, you've got to go into AMD. So I've been telling people to buy the video back when it was at 140 a share.
Yeah, Apple. These are all in that fund. Hey, listen, always fun to catch up with you and talk tech or talk cattle. It's always fun.
They own and operate the Bar C Ranch, that's why I asked.
I know, Ben Howard, Howard Capital Management, be well, joining us on Zoom in Texas. This is Bloomberg Business Week.
Check out, by the way, the Bloomberg Big Take podcast. Mattel bet big on Barbie's pink carpet debut. Download it now at Bloomberg.com. And don't miss the Big Take on Bloomberg Radio this weeknight at 11 p.m. Wall Street time.
Now, your 3-day weather forecast on Bloomberg 1130.
It'll be generally fair and warm for the rest of today, with temperatures in the 80s to low 90s in some spots. Tonight, maybe an evening shower, otherwise partly the most of the cloudy skies in the 70s. Saturday, risky afternoon showers, thundershowers, again with 85 to 90, and mostly cloudy with a better chance of afternoon showers on Sunday, and a bit cooler, 80 to 85. This is Gary Best with the 3-day weather forecast on Bloomberg 1130.
Breaking news first. June payrolls rise less than expected.
Downside surprise on the headline number, 209K.
The unemployment rate does fall back to 3.6%.
Reaction first from Lindsay Piegza of Stifel Nicolaus.
This is the exact opposite of what the Fed wanted to see.
And former Fed Governor Randy Krausner.
They're going to wait to see if wage movements start to move down before they say, all clear, we can just stop.
The news you need. The names you trust. Bloomberg 1130, the Bloomberg Business app, and BloombergVideo.com.
Data, analytics, technology, connected. Bloomberg's enterprise solutions integrate systems and workflows across your firm so you can increase transparency and maximize efficiency. Ready to seize opportunities? Start at Bloomberg.com/thinkbigger.
I felt like I was in jail every day. When I was going to work, I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
My executive order calls on the FTC to ban or limit non-compete agreements.
This season on Uncommon Law, we're exploring one of the most expansive Federal Trade Commission proposals in modern history, a nationwide ban on non-compete clauses.
Non-compete clauses can really restrict competition.
We'll talk to workers who were desperate to take new jobs in their industry, only to be blocked by threat of a lawsuit.
Our relatives saying this and thinking that this can't be fair. How can she get away with this?
And we'll talk to the business owners who say they depend on these clauses to keep their companies afloat.
When you enter into an agreement, there are rules.
Join us as we explore the far-reaching implications of this proposal and the wealthy programs that could shape the future of the American workforce. That's this season on Uncommon Law from Bloomberg News.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to the risk-takers, the game changers, and the disruptors, those committed to making the world a better place. Bridgebank has been providing financial solutions to technology and innovation companies from inception to IPO and beyond for over 2 decades through its national network of banking teams and offices. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank, member FDIC. Bridgebank, be bold, venture wisely.
Change can be disruptive, but at Bloomberg, we think bigger. Our sell-side solutions combine trading and automation with market-leading data, so you can evolve, scale, and embrace change. This is Bloomberg for the sell-side. Visit Bloomberg.com/sell-side.
Now, your company news headlines on Bloomberg Radio.
From Bloomberg World Headquarters, I'm Charlie Pellet. 7 minutes to go ahead of the closing bell. Late day fade now with the Dow, the S&P, NASDAQ all back in the red. Meta Platform shares down 0.4%. Meta's new social media app Threads has garnered 70 million users in just 2 days after its launch, a sign of enthusiasm that CEO Mark Zuckerberg said, quote, was way beyond our expectations. Now, Threads launched on Wednesday as an alternative to Elon Musk's Twitter, which had 237.8 million users as of July 2022, but is also been beset by controversy. Meta, meanwhile, continues to sign up subscribers at a rapid clip. 100 million is a distinct possibility this weekend, according to Mandeep Singh, senior tech analyst for Bloomberg Intelligence.
You know whose record is set to break? ChatGPT, because it took ChatGPT almost 2 months to get to 100 million monthly active users. Guess what? At this pace, this thing can surpass that easily.
Apple is planning a slow rollout for its $3,500 headset. Apple will be launching its Vision Pro headset with appointments and in-store promotion in select U.S. markets early next year, underscoring the niche and complex nature of the mixed reality device. Levi Strauss lowering its guidance for the full year. Levi Strauss shares down now by 7.7%. Those are some of the top company stories we're following for you after this hour. This is Bloomberg.
This is Bloomberg Business Week with Carol Messer and Jim Stenevec on Bloomberg Radio.
Hi, everybody. Just got about 4.5 minutes left in today's trading session. Carol Master and Matt Miller, Matt pushing it into spin. And we're going to head over to Scarlett and Renee in just a moment and pass it down to the close on this Friday and just wrap up the trading week. In the meantime, we did hear Charlie talk about Threads.
Here's the thing.
Right?
So, okay, I signed up for it, and I was really looking forward to it because you know that I kind of despise Twitter. And the reason I don't like Twitter is just so many incredibly dull political debates going on there. I don't really care what Joe Plummer or Mr. Wall Street's political opinion is. It just doesn't really move me, especially if it's over something.
So that's not going to happen on Threads?
So I thought maybe Threads will be different because it's from Instagram and it's more like...
Because nobody's ever political on Instagram.
Well, aside from Stephanie Ruhle, I don't really follow many people who are political at all.
Well,
it's just people posting pictures of their cars and what they're eating, and I was having fun with that.
Stop right there. Don't you think that part of when it's political is depending on who you follow?
Yes, part of that.
I use TweetDeck, excuse me, and
or the other one.
Depending on the day. No, but I follow a lot of different news sources, and I'm very particular about who I follow, and it's a really great way when things are happening.
But track, okay, so here's a great example.
And I just need to.
On Twitter, right, I love David Gurr. Used to work here, worked at MSNBC.
Who doesn't love David?
He's brilliant. NPR.
Yeah, very
Brilliant.
thoughtful.
On Twitter, a lot of political stuff. On Instagram, pictures of his cute family. That's why I like Instagram better. But yesterday on Threads, he posted some debate about whether Eric Adams was actually friends with the former cop that got shot and whether the picture that he keeps of him in his
Don't you hate on David Gora?
No, I just was like, David, this is the same kind of dull political banter that goes on Twitter. Why are you posting it on
So
Twitter?
why do you think it's going to be any different?
Well,
That's
now
exactly
I don't.
what they want.
Now I don't. So now I just looked in.
And guess what? Oh,
that was
look,
my
it's
experience.
Mark Zuckerberg and IB saying, thank you, Matt Miller, because this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, well, now I'm going to deactivate my account.
Okay, good for you.
It's like exactly
Meanwhile,
the same as Instagram.
there's 69,999,000
Other people who are going to find, wait, this is the exact same thing we do on Twitter. There's no difference at all.
All right, right now, we're going to head over to Romaine and Scarlett, wrap up this trading day, beyond the Dow. It starts right now.
Live from the financial capital of the world, broadcasting across the globe, this is WBBR New York, Bloomberg 1130. Beyond the Bell, Bloomberg's comprehensive cross-platform coverage of the U.S. market close starts right now.
And right now, we are 2 minutes away from the end of the trading day. Romaine Bostic alongside Scarlett Fu. We're counting you down to the closing bell. And here to help take us beyond the bell, it's the global simulcast with Carol Master and Matt Miller. Welcome to our audiences across all of our Bloomberg properties, television, radio, and originals. The last time we spoke, Carol, markets looked like they were heading for a pretty solid day here.
Right.
But since then, in the past hour, some selling heading into the close. The Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ now in the red.
Yeah, really a late day fade here. Matt and I have been talking about trying to figure out exactly what's going on, because it looks like if you look at the Treasury trade, it's pretty much kind of stayed where it was when we were talking about an hour ago. But Matt, definitely you're seeing the equity selling on volume that is a little bit
It's
light.
a little bit light. I was messaging with some traders to try and figure out what happened, and a buddy of mine wrote in simple lack of interest. Now that we're, 8 hours past or 7 hours
Maybe
past
everybody's on Thread, and
the
that's
NFT number. I don't think everyone's on Thread because it's the same thing as Twitter, and as they find that out, they're going to quit one or the other, I hope. In any case, you don't really see a lot of action in the markets other than you did see a big buy and a big sell on the S&P, and now we're kind of back where we were yesterday.
Absolutely here. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how things, if at all, change next week here on the back of some interesting economic data and, of course, the start